Good afternoon, students. Welcome to our Bhagat Classes YouTube channel. I am Amol Kamble. I will teach you rotational dynamics 1.8 today. So in previous lectures we have seen about various things like vertical circular motion or circular motion, conic and pendulum, etc. Today I have come up with the rotational motion. Okay, so first topic is rotational motion. What is rotational motion? Of course, the one body will move around some axis or around some point, we can say, or around some plane, etc. If we take the example, let's say this is one marker and this is one particle, let's say. If this particle is moving around this first marker, there will be a rotational motion, and this will be the axis of rotation around which it is going to rotate. Okay. Now, I have taken one example, same here. This is the axis of rotation, we can say. And this one will be the direction. Now this direction is anti-clockwise. I will write it as a ACW over there, around which this particle is getting rotated. This is nothing but your rotational motion. It is different from circular motion, right? I have given you example in first lecture. In this rotational motion, one phenomena is important. That phenomena is moment of inertia. It is denoted by capital I. Now, what is moment of inertia? So, I have written one expression, that is I is equal to summation of mi ri square, where I starts from 1 to the n point. We will see what is it, how you can define it. The definition will be moment of inertia of a body is defined as the product of what? Mass of that body and perpendicular distance of that mass from axis. Suppose this is mass m1 and this is the rotation, axis rotation, let's say, and there will be some distance, that is r. That moment of inertia of this body will be product of this mass and square of its perpendicular distance. This basic definition. Okay. Or you can also write it as an integration term, that is r square dm, where dm is nothing but the small mass. Suppose body is made up of number of small particles, let's say m1, m2, m3, etc. At that time we will use this formula. I is equal to integration of r square dm. Okay. After this point, the question will you will get one question in your examination like derive an expression for. Derive an expression for what? Kinetic energy of rotating body. If body is not rotating, it is just getting translation. Like I am walking here. And if what will be my kinetic energy? My kinetic energy will be half mv square only, where m will be my mass and v will be my walking speed, right? But in this rotational case, the body is getting moved continuously. So at that time, what will be the kinetic energy? So that we are going to find here. Okay, rotating, and condition is given, that is uniform angular velocity. We know that angular velocity is denoted by ओमेगा, इट इज कांस्टेंट. बोले तो ये जो मास ऑब्जेक्ट रोटेट होने वाला एक्सिस के बगल में, उसका स्पीड, एंगुलर स्पीड विल बी कांस्टेंट, दैट इज ओमेगा. लाइक 20 रेडियन पर सेकंड उसका ओमेगा है, तो उतना ही रहेगा. ओके, सो आई हैव ड्रॉन वन फिगर अगेन. लेट्स से दिस इज बॉडी. In this body, number of masses are there, m1, m2, m3, m4. I have considered only 4 masses over there. Okay. So m1 and m2 will have some distance with this axis of rotation. I have denoted it as a r1. For second mass, I have given name r2. Similarly, for m3, r3 it will be m3, m4 there will be r3 and r4. Okay. Similarly, there will be mass, number of masses, n mass will be there. At that time, its radius will be radius, or you can say the distance between that mass and axis will be rn. Okay. So we know that basic formula for kinetic energy for first body, let's say kinetic energy or we can write kinetic energy for first body, that is m1, will be given as half m1 v1 square. Okay, basic formula. Now, as it is getting rotating, so there should be omega, or it is given angular omega, angular velocity omega. So we should put omega over there. So we know that, but V is nothing but R omega, basic formula. So kinetic energy for first particle will be half m1 r1 omega 1 square, or we can say r1 square omega 1 square. But student, in derivation of exam or your question, there is given omega is constant, so we don't need to put omega 1 or omega 2. It will be just omega. Similarly, for kinetic energy for particle second, this second particle, kinetic energy will be m2 r2 square omega square. Similarly, for nth particle, the kinetic energy will be half mn rn square omega square. Okay. So, but I want total kinetic energy. We have to add it. So, total kinetic energy will be addition of all kinetic energy, etc. K. Okay. So, as you see, there will be omega common. So I will just write half m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus dash 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 mn rn square, and omega will be common, that is omega square, and half will be common. And student, next step will be half. If you look at this bracket, there is the product of m1 r1 square and its summation. So instead of that, I can also write it as a mi ri square. Mi ri square, bracket complete, omega square. But this mi ri square is nothing but what, students? It is nothing but the moment of inertia I, this one. So we can just write here as a kinetic energy is nothing but half of I omega square. This is your final expression for the kinetic energy of a rotating body with uniform angular velocity. If you compare our basic formula, that is half mv square, you can see here just I is replaced by m, or we can say m is replaced by what? I, and this is replaced by omega. Other things are, rest of the things are same. Means m and I are analogous to each other. Similarly, v will be analogous to omega. This m and v will come when there is a translational motion, and omega will come when there is a rotational motion. Simple. And this formula we will use in our numerical chapter, or whether we will solve the numericals. So just remember, omega is constant, you have to take a common and you have to use basic quantity of moment of inertia. Finally you will get k is equal to half I omega square. Okay? So I hope you have understand these things. Similarly we will see another one lecture. Thank you.